and I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For all time's sake. As time goes by.
Oh, and we're back. Hello, Aarona fam. I have my headphones plugged in. I was like, ooh, that's the wrong hole. I was like, ooh, that's what he said. Hold on, let me get this set up with the podcast, child. Let me get set up with the podcast. Welcome back. It's your girl, Aarona the Virgo.
Comedian tarot reader. And guess what, guys? The Knight of Cups is back out! After all that stuff that just happened, after all that stuff we did, I picked up the deck. I was like, I'm gonna see what's at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups is back out. Okay, may I please put the tip in? Okay, can I? May I? Is it all right? And the King of Cups is on the bottom. Yo, this is too lit. Okay, so Aarona fam, I gotta put this in the podcast. But Aarona fam, for people who were just, hey Cosmo Energy, for the people who tuned into the Love and Money Tarot reading, first of all, it was lit. It was lit-tastic. Knight of Cups, okay? And I shuffled more cards and we pulled more cards, okay? Then I went away and I finished my Coca-Cola because I needed, a little caffeine buzz. And I came. Then I went away and I finished my Coca-Cola because I needed, a little caffeine buzz. And I came back with water, flavored water, okay? Because we hydrating and we keeping the juices fresh. And what's at the bottom of the deck? Both of these, they're back. Cute. And I had my earphones plugged into my laptop because the last couple times I did the podcast, I streamed it directly into GarageBand from my computer. Today I'm streaming it from my second iPhone or whatever. And so I started the video, I was like, I got it in the wrong hole. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm streaming in y'all ear, and I really apologize. I really need to calm the hell down. I'm live right now, streaming on YouTube, and YouTube got me hyped because you guys, okay, if you was listening to the podcast, the cards that came out in the first reading, I'll be unfiltered, and we just gonna see what the hell happens. I wrote down so much, you guys. I even came up with a second ebook idea while I was prepping for today's podcast with the Virgo Viewpoint. And let me see what we starting from. Will we start? Damn, okay. I wrote. Oh, whoa. Y'all, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get to all of this because I've been trying to keep this down. I've been trying to keep this particular segment under 2 hours because this segment gets real lit and I get to going and spilling tea and shit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 11, 12. Oh, 12 pictures. I told you I was on the road today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, that's the last. Yeah, I wrote 12 pages today. Dude, listen, I'm clapping for my mother. If you hear me, if ain't nobody clap for me, I'm around a bitch. You better do your thing. 12 pages. Put your ebook out on Amazon. You got another ebook in the tuck. What? Bitch, you better do your thing. I had to get a little sip of water. One more time. Look at that. I'm doing a lot of talking. Where do we begin, you guys? There's a lot to talk about. So I titled this, What Happened with Me and Wildin' Out. Because I've been getting a whole lot of signs and synchronicities and things of the universe that's let me know my past is coming back to revisit me. And as you know, we just got out of Mercury retrograde. Tuesday, right as I was starting this exact segment on Tuesday's podcast, I find out that Nick Cannon gets fired, from Viacom CBS, and they drop Wild Out. Like, Nick, fuck your show, right? Right before I record this segment of Tuesday's podcast. And I wrote it down. I'm like, wow, that's wild. Let me go into that, look into it, blase Skippy. And I didn't have all the information. And I recorded the podcast. I think I started at midnight, and it was bordering around 5 a.m. around the time I was wrapping it up. I started it real late. I have no regrets. I needed the rest very badly that I took on Tuesday. But and as you see, we're doing it way earlier today. But yeah, so I forgot to address it, right? Okay. So then in my comments on Instagram, people was like, man, I know Nick nervous about what you about to say. I know he nervous. And I was like, not really. I don't know how to say this, but I don't fucking care. I don't. And that's where we're starting. I gotta break down the whole story for y'all, because what I also realized is I never really broke down the whole journey of what happened and how and when and where. And I never did that ever on any of my other podcasts. I had previous podcasts. I touched on things, but I didn't really lay it out. And because I did that other live, last week or whatever, that 2-hour live where I was, look, from here on out, y'all, this is what I'm about. This is what's real. And I mean this shit. Right? I did that. I was like, I never did anything like that or about that with Wild Out. And since the show ain't out no more, I might as well just go ahead and spill all the tea. Now, and that's, let me fuck it, I'm gonna spill all the tea, but I'm sucker free with this. And I want to make sure that I emphasize that as much as possible. I ain't out here trying to hate on nobody, hurt nobody. I'm gonna speak the truth, and it's gonna be the truth.
I'm gonna speak the truth, and it's gonna be the truth. I'm gonna speak the truth, and it's gonna be the truth.
I'm not out here trying to defend nothing or none of that bullshit. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
I let everybody else lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the truth, okay?
So anyway, I hear about it. I get this comment like, man, I know he know. And I'm like, I don't really care. Best of luck to him. Blessings. For real. Blessings. I don't feel him losing his show and shit. That doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel better. I never had no beef with him in the first place. Once again, I can't be responsible for shit that was said in rooms when I wasn't around. I can't. I'm very aware of a lot of things that was said about me. I have a great memory, right? And I know shit that was said to me. We're gonna get to it today. We're gonna talk about it, I'm fully aware. I was fully present for all of this. You see what I'm saying? But my point is, and it's the same point I've been making since all of this Again, I said it over and over and over and over again till I was blue in the face. And I got tired of saying the same shit over and over around the fam. I was like, dude, I never had an issue with him. I barely even talked to the man. Like, I never had his number. We never kicked it. We never hung out. We worked together. You know what I mean? And that was okay. Like, you know, as far as our interaction, that was okay. But the year I did wild out, that was the year he had the Amber shit going on. That was the year that him and Mariah was splitting ways. He had a lot going on. And we didn't interact like that on set. Like, you know what I'm saying? There were moments, and I'm going to get real specific about what the moments were. Okay? Because, like I said before in the past, like his energy was like a little weird. You know, there was like weirdness there. And back in them days, I was a fresh-ass divorcee. You know what I'm saying? So I had my own little baggage, emotional, you know, shit I was dealing with, you know, unbeknownst to them because it's a professional environment, and I'm very good with not bringing my bullshit to work. Pause, I'm about to sneeze. Ooh, okay, amen. This fan, I got this fan, and there's a breeze coming in, and my shoulders is naked. I'm getting, okay, anyway. So, we just got to rewind. Okay, plus, there's like been new developments, especially after yesterday, of shit that's been going down, and all of this, you know, has been recurring, you know, since like 2017. And I've been done. I've been on something else. And I'm aware that other people have not moved on. And I'm not even talking about, you know, the other shit that, you know, been like plaguing us this way. I ain't even talking about him right now. I'm all right. We're not talking about him. Y'all know who him is. We're not, no. But I'm talking about other, I'm talking about family. I'm talking about my godmother. I'm talking about my babysitter. Like, it's been mad people, like, involved. And I'm on some, yo, if there ever needed to be a universal statement, it's going to be in this podcast. We're going to address it today. And you can have a nice life. Because, you know, so where we start? Okay. Child, I'm not going to go through 12 pages with y'all. Y'all ain't got that type of time, and I respect y'all. We're going to try to keep it as succinct as possible, but I will give you the tea. So, the first place we're going to start is I'm dangerous, I know too much, all right? What does that really mean? What that means is I spent 11 years in Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And I was always sucker free. Like I said before many times, you know, I never got a lot of kick it. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to go in extensively on what some of that kicking it was. I don't have to lie to kick it. You know, I did what I did. I am who I am. And, you know, shit that didn't resonate with me, I just stayed away from. That's my philosophy about life. I'm that way with everything. That ain't even got nothing to do with industry shit. I'm just that way. If something don't feel cool to me, if I'm not in it, I'm not gonna fake kick it with you. I don't have that type of time. Especially after my accident in 2010. Where I didn't even see that accident coming in my experience when I started my day, but I was almost out here like that. Like, it was literally like that, but I was out here. That was my awakening of, oh, bitch, we got time to play. We don't got time to play. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's have fun. I've been in that mode and that energy since 2010. So, you know, when shit ain't my speed, listen. I know how to excuse myself from the table, from the situation, and I don't feel no ways about nothing. I don't like how we getting into like the onset of how this works. So I didn't share this. I kind of went into it yesterday on Instagram, but I didn't really share this. Like, me and my godmother have a very weird relationship right now. Because she finessed me for my ATM PIN number right before all this shit really went down. You know, just on some, I need it, you know, because I'm trying to do something. And, you know, she's like, this is very confidential. I won't give your number out. You know, you can trust me type of deal. And I'm like, but why would you need that? Right? And then, like, so I gave it to her. Child, it's been changed. What? It's been changed. But why would you need that? And then, like, she calls me back. She's like, oh, I don't have your card. And I was like, what the fuck was you trying to do? You sent a... And I'm like, man, you know, there's PayPal now. There's all kind of things if you was trying to send me something. But then I started having trouble with my bank accounts, stuff that never happened to me before. And all like even right now, right? The number on my new account is my old number from back in them times because I had the same number for 10 years. And I'm like, that's impossible because I just started this account like November of 2019, and I ain't had that number since November of 2017, and I had it from that time to 2007. I'm like, I wouldn't have never put that number in there unless somebody been trying to get in my account, and that's the number that they remember. So that, you know what I'm saying? And it's been all kind of weird little stuff like that. And see, my godfather, okay, was a Mason, okay, and he passed, and she ain't been the same since. It's been real interesting, and with all the things that's happening in general, I'm just like, yo, what you on, yo? When I first came here, you know, there was eyebrow raising things that happened, you know, previously. And then when I first came here, hey, what's going on? You safe? In the midst of me receiving all these threats, though. And I'm like, nah, I'm feeling it's off, you know. So I've been, you know, really making sure that, you know, yeah, you know, all this betrayal going on, I'm watching everybody. Oh, no, I just want to make sure you're safe. Yeah, and I believed you for years when you said that. But I don't know if I know this new you. I don't know what's going on with you. Like, I love you, and you loved me. Like, you've been loving me for years. You loved me before I was here. You knew my mama, and you loved me. What is happening with us? What is this? And so, honey, with that going on, and I know I love her, and I know she's loved me, and she's like, yeah, there's things I share with her that I didn't even tell my mama, because she was more down to earth. You know, she's a Taurus, and she got that earth down to earth energy. I'm Virgo. You know, we click. And I'm like, how did we get here? And so I'm like, yo, if we got this going on, oh, you know I'm looking at new people suspect as fuck. I can't let my guard down. You motherfuckers gotta show me that you're of noble character. And you got to prove it after all this shit I went through. My walls are up. I'm admitting it. Yes. Bitch, I done went through all kind of shit that I ain't had no business going through. And for what? And who was there for me? Not you. I'm looking at all y'all suspects as fuck. All this sneaky backdoor plotting and planning and shit like that. Motherfuckers was trying to like cash in on like old shit I did. Motherfuckers trying to get my intellectual property. Motherfuckers trying to get me to sign all kind of power of attorney. Power of attorney is shit you sign when you think you ain't gonna be conscious. Why would I not be conscious? What the fuck is going on? What is possibly about to happen that I ain't gonna be conscious? You explain that shit to me. Who the fuck out here trying to make me a vegetable? What the fuck is going on? When all that bullshit happened and they tried to traffic me and shit, then I'm finding out my father made a deal. I'm like, yo! Yeah, I'm looking at everybody suspect as fuck. Motherfuckers creeping on my page saying all kind of wild shit out the side of their neck. No, I'm not going. And guess what? Life is too good and God is too great and he gonna win in the end. So guess what? I gotta quote one of my mamas saying, I'm gonna just cross my little legs and let God handle it. Like, okay, cause look, it's too much. It's too much going on. I got attacked from all areas, all angles, all sides. Every time I looked up, somebody had an angle. Every time I looked up, somebody was on some shit. And it's like, nigga, I can't watch all y'all. Yes, I can feel things, and I'm highly sensitive. I can hear things, but it's too many of you motherfuckers. And I'm just like, you know what? No. No. I'm just gonna mind my business. Cause you know what? Going back to the top, I can control me. And because everybody got free will, I can't, it's beyond me. It's above me. I'm gonna let God handle this, and I'm just gonna keep staying focused. Every day for like the past 2 weeks, I just take time where I purposely put my phone on airplane mode or whatever, so I can be disconnected from all it's because it's too much. It's too much going on. And I also know a lot more about a lot of other things, and it's like, I don't want to think about that shit all the time. You know? Like, I just don't. Like, a lot of shit, you know, and without repeating like other things that I've said, it's not my business, and it's just too much going on. And I don't play that comparison of sin game. You feel me? Like, oh well, because you know I'm holier and I'm because you're doing this and I ain't doing this. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I think that whole thing is bullshit. And if you really notice, the main people that be on that, well, because you're doing and look at you, yeah, you're doing this and you're going to hell and you're doing this and you're a sinner and you're doing this and you're doing this. They be the main people with mad skeletons in their closet. Bitch, you're drowning puppies and eating them. You sick bitch. You out here doing wild shit. How dare you judge anybody? Like, you know what I'm saying? The main people that be like trolling and trying to like be going after people, but bitch, you punch puppies, bitch. You're mean. I don't even know. You punch puppies. How dare you treat animals like that, ho? They be the main ones, yo. Rap sheets longer than that. Bitch, shut up. Stop judging people. Just shut the fuck. Just be quiet. How about you just be quiet? How about you be quiet? Listen, there's mad motherfuckers out here with a rap sheet full of shit, and they shutting the fuck up right now. Everybody on the Black Lives Matter wave, bitch, join the wave and shut the. Go sit down. Go take a nap. Go hide. Motherfuckers like, bitch, I don't need them finding out my shit. What the? Yes, Black Lives Matter. Bitch, shut the fuck up, bitch. Yes. For real. Motherfuckers is like, bitch, shut up. Black Lives Matter. That's what the fuck we on? What the fuck do we tell them? Black Lives Matter. That's what we up. Bitch, join the wave and shut up. It be the main ones. Look, like I don't get into the Sid comparison game. I feel like it's a losing game. First of all, we all got a little bit of dirt on us somehow. All of us, everybody. We all out here. We for real. I don't give a fuck. Everybody has told a lie at some point. Everybody done did something that's a little ethically blurry, if you will. We'll make it sound cute. You know, we all have a little something. Everybody a little something. And so it's just like, yo, just the best you can do. Mind your business. Be compassionate. Keep an open mind. Don't accept no bullshit. Don't take no bullshit. Don't start no bullshit. Like, don't be a shit starter. Like, don't start no bullshit. It's just, hey. Because things have a way of working themselves out. Like, they really, really, really do. I mean, and I hate to be so damn sounding like I'm a flower child or some weird shit. But in real life, they have a way of working out. You don't know what somebody's karma might be.
You don't know what somebody's karma might be.
You don't know what somebody karma might be. You don't know what somebody karma might be.
Like, you know what I mean? Because, okay, that's the other thing, too. That's another reason why I don't do the whole comparison thing. Because it ain't for you to decide somebody. If you're not like a judge, we're not, getting real technical with it. Like, okay, you did this, and so this is a sentence of this, that type of shit. It's not for you to decide what somebody's karma is. You don't assign their karma. We're all living karmic lessons and coming here to clear shit and learn. You feel me? And we all have different assignments, all of us. So it's not your job to assign somebody else's karma, even if you don't like what the fuck they're doing. And even if you have a right to not like what they're doing because they're doing some fucked up shit. But you don't get to assign their karma, though. So, let it run its course however it's supposed to run its course. Just don't you be out here on no fuck shit, hurting and hating somebody. You know what I mean? Because that's what you can control. You can control, I'm making the decision to not be out here hating and hurting. I can't control the I am making the decision to not be out here hating and hurting. Yeah. I was going somewhere else with that. Punching. I randomly came with that punching puppy shit, and it took me on a whole little something. But hold on, because I'm gonna tie in like my comedy journey because that's what's like really important. I just want to make sure I'm not leaving nothing out. Okay. Yep. What's that part? Oh, that part. See, me personally, what I try to do, what has been my goal in life ever, like I said, since like 5 or whatever, I've always tried to be the peacemaker. It started with that in my family, in my home. I ain't like a whole lot of bullshit. Motherfuckers always arguing, motherfuckers always loud, hating at each other, screaming on each other. I was always like, nah, I come in and shut it. I was a shy, quiet kid. I was one of my parts. I was hard, right? Isn't it so refreshing to see me in my glory? Yeah, I was quiet. Oh, I was shy, I was quiet. I read my books and all that shit. I was a latchkey kid. I was cooking, cleaning. By the time I was 8, I had a key to the crib. TV was my babysitter. Okay, I was one of them folks. And, I was the peacemaker. I always was blessed as the peacemaker because they shall be called the children of God. I was on that. Google, you on some bullshit because I was looking up what verse that was in Matthew. I knew it was in Matthew. I forgot I think it's 5 and 9. I looked it up. But Google, you on some bullshit because I was like, it's the Beatitudes. And I like Google Beatitudes and I was looking for the verse and I couldn't find it. That was you too, Juwan. Listen, that's who I was. It's who I've been my whole life. You feel me? And I was looking at Beatitudes on Google. Google your bullshit. I was looking at Beatitudes, and you should just like have it up there. Oh, that's the Bible series from Matthew. It still didn't have a verse up there. And I'm like, where's the verse? I'm scrolling. Google, don't let me down. What verse is this? But then I end up typing the whole damn. Blessed are the kids, for they shall be called the children of God. What? Oh, that's what it is. I typed the whole thing. But that was one of my favorites. And that's what I am. I don't like motherfuckers that like to keep bullshit going. Motherfuckers that are shit starters, drama starters. And I do my best to stay away from them. I've been that way since childhood. I'm that way now. And it saved me a lot of drama in other situations because that's how I am. Like the minute shit be too, I gotta go. I can't, No, I'm all right. No, I'm good. And it's no, it's no, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, so I think I like to say, it was my godmama's basement who I stayed in when I became a comic because me and my mom fell out. She told me I was throwing my life away and shit. She told me, what you gonna be doing on the stage? Drinking whiskey and smoking cigars. I'm like, bitch, that's Red Fox. This ain't the 50s. No, that's how a stand-up is. And I had my own place. I've had like my own cribs. I moved out their house when I was 17, but I stayed in dorms and all that other bullshit. But I've had my own cribs, my place, since I was like 20. And I had my own place and shit, and I was transitioning from my salary job because I decided I was starting to be a comedian. Now, what I should have did was get that job at Comcast because Comcast was gonna offer me the job. But my ass, trying to be a good daughter, trying to, participate in the upward mobility of my family. My mom had a daycare, and I was like, well, fuck it. I'm making them like $70,000 a month. How dare I make this company 70 G's a month? And not try to help put my mama on. This is my mama. I came out of her. She gave me life. This is my mama. Baby, my mama bounced a payroll check on me. She didn't give a fuck. We had it out. Mama, I'm not sure what the kids. I got real bills. Like, we had it out. And I was like, and then what was the thing that was so crazy is like, and I always had this issue with my family, my parents, but my family. I always had this issue. Dude, I be out here doing amazing shit. You motherfuckers don't see nothing. I be out here really getting it in. And like, I do this for y'all. I do this because I'm your baby. You raised me. Like, I want to be able to be like, Mama, we did it. Mama, I'm out here killing the game. I'm out here doing shit. And you don't say it. Dude, I'm out here making them so much money. Mom, be honest. How much do you make a year? Bitch, don't act like you can't use an extra $75,000. Stop it. Why wouldn't I want to employ the same things I learned to you? With you. You see what I'm saying? Like, why? Why would I not want to do that? And child, she couldn't see the value. She could not see the value. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna live my life. And at the time, my Emma Jane, God bless her, we had the same birthday births. She was like, your mama lived, honey. Your mama did her thing when she was your age. You go out there and you do your thing, baby. Baby, you do your thing. And I got out there like 2 years because it's your mama, but it hurt. And my godmama was like, well, first I stayed with my cousin and shit. But my godmama was like, come on and be in this basement. I don't know, you need your own space. Like, she was there for me. But she told me also to my face, she's like, I'm praying you get it together, but I'm not praying for the comedy. What? I'm not praying for it. I mean, I heard the language, I bought your CD, and you talking about you using the P word, and and so to my super religious family and other people, it was always that comedy shit, you cursing, and get the hell out of here. Everybody's trying to tell me where I live. Go the hell away. You cursing, and you doing all that. They always kept talking about the shit I was doing like I wasn't doing shit. Meanwhile, in the real world, I'm out here getting my thing done. Not only am I getting it in, motherfuckers see me coming, and I got other motherfuckers that's looking at me like, she thinks she's special. I mean, who this bitch thinks she is? Because I'm doing my thing. You see, I'm doing my thing. And I'm trying to do it with all this integrity and all this other stuff. I kept business, whatever. But see, my issue was, for whatever reason, now I really could give a fuck. That's why I got an OnlyFans page. Remember the Virgo? Listen, it's freeing. And we're getting into all of this energy, and we're talking about all this now. All the tea, everything. It was like, because people, it felt like high school again. Why do y'all care about who I'm fucking? Who fucking cares? I'm an adult. But when you're a woman, that's always what motherfuckers want to hold over your head so they can try to control you or have power over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be their business. If I can invite you in the bedroom, there's a reason for it. Maybe I just don't fuck with you like that. Like, what? Like, but it's none of your business. Not only is it none of your business, I'll be damned if you withhold work or try to use, bitch, I'll get my own money. Fuck you. And so it put me in this space. That's why I never fully allowed myself. There was a couple times where I tried to allow myself, right, to just rely on comedy. But because, shit, I've never said this before, but I'm healing. never said this before, but like within my, okay, I don't know how to say this. There's no easy way to say this, but in retrospect, me getting raped early in the game blessed me because it forced me to be in a position where I had to decide for me, how bad do I want this? That was healing that just took place. I had to write it down. Okay, I don't want to cry. Listen, so I started coming when I was 23. Okay, dated Rail. That happened. Rail met me as a poet. I was a poet. I was still doing my spoken word thing. I did that all through college. I was the backpacking bitch in college. All right. I used to Friday nights. You could always catch me at Peppers. That was like the poetry set. We had something on campus at USVI called the Black House, and all the black kids. You know, we would Friday nights. We'd be lit at the Black House. We had like the poetry set and shit. That's where I met Talia Kweli when I think the Alphas, either the Alphas or the Iotas brought him down. And like, you know, he did his concert on campus. He came and kicked it with us at the Black House. Like the Black House was the spot. I was a journalism major. Okay. The Black House is where I had my very first radio show ever, like WBML, Where Black Music Lives. That was me, 89.3. I was on the, on the one doing my shit, okay? Using my journalism degree, okay? All that shit, that's who I was. I was always like the poetry bitch and shit. I did Showtime at the Apollo after I graduated. You know, they was on tour, and they did a stop in our city, and I auditioned to try to get on the shit in New York, and I was a finalist. I didn't get to the shit in New York, but I was a finalist because I was out there doing my thing, flipping and then reversing. And then I got Homecoming Queen. That was like, I was living my life like it was golden, okay? But poetry, right? Okay. Tried comedy for the first time in undergrad, just as some shit I really wanted to do because I always loved comedy. I had been a big fan of it since 91. I was in 3rd grade, right? Okay, man. Fast forward, we got to skip a whole lot of time. I love comedy, right? I've been a real fan of it, studied it, all of that little shit. And when I got to that point, especially in 2005, where I was like depressed at work, I knew where I was doing. I knew that there was just more to life than what I was doing and what I was on. And I knew I wanted to do creative things. I knew I wanted to entertain. I knew I was an artist. I at that point, I had already published, which some of it is about to show up on Amazon, and the other part is about to show up on Vocal Media, Vocal.media, Aarona the Virgo. I'm going to start putting my writings on there. Okay. I published over 50 poems and sent it to the Library of Congress. The Ink from My Soul. Like, I have all that shit. I still got it. I don't play when it comes to my shit. You feel me? Because my ideas are like my brain children. They like my kids. I don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, Rel met me on that energy with that. And
And I'm getting mighty tired of your trifling ways and of listening to that jackass Bray.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
For all time.